What's up, Ninja Online guys? Welcome back to This Is The Place. This is chapter 11. When we last left off, we were just about to start day 26. Schoolgirl struck dead by lightning. Confectioner reduces staff. Legendary actor Paul Spagett given masterclass in Freeburg. My kid's been causing trouble again, and they've called me into a school. Can you give me some time to deal with this? Sure. I forgot to... Or did I fill the... Yeah, no, I think I filled the position. Never mind. Coriolan Overture. Something or another. Black protest from City Hall. Federal law prohibits public gatherings close to municipal buildings. The blacks are planning a protest today in front of City Hall. This is a direct threat to the life of Mayor Rogers. Eliminate the threat by any means necessary. There's our weekly salary. SWAT upgrade. Now you can improve your SWAT team. Let's go for endurance, because there's been a couple times where I've needed them more than just once. The non-automatic weapons. We'll split that. Black protests at City Hall parking lot. About 100 black people have surrounded City Hall chanting, "We want attention." We're going to send Vela, Trevor, Anderson, Loves, the SWAT, and a paddy wagon to deal with that. Jack Mayor Rogers is misinterpreting the law in his favor. In fact, federal law allows public events near municipal buildings, including the mayor's office, providing the event is peaceful. We better cover our asses. Let's refuse for now. We have a domestic tongue-tied here. Domestic disturbance in the suburb. A call just came in from an elderly woman named Sarah Wilkinson. She's concerned about a baby crying and other shouts coming from her neighbor's house. She's always known the child to be quiet and well behaved. Kochi, check out with Forbes. Let's suppress the protest by force. I really don't want to, but the last time I didn't, Mayor yelled at me. And again, I'm trying to balance everything here. We have a mass riot. Great. Of course we do.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Hotspot.
Alright, let's send everyone else. Timpson, Numata, Mixon, and Castile. Check that out. There's a mass riot at the Moonlight Soccer Stadium. Football fans have started a massive fight at the stadium. The players are trying to keep order, but the crowd isn't cooperating. Today is just getting crazy. Gonna need the SWAT to help out with that too. Probably didn't need to send all 4 people for this backup call, but I did anyways. Smoke bombs have gone off throughout the stadium. People are beating each other mercilessly. Hit them with tear gas. Jesus, and it's only Well, 3 o'clock, I guess. Never mind. It's already 3 o'clock. I've had a protest, domestic disturbance that went bad, and a mass riot. Alright. Oh, yeah, shit. You know what I wanted to do now, too? I wanted to put, Casey on this case with them. Alright. Carjacking at City Center. A woman called to report a carjacking. I was driving to work, stopped at a red light, and a man ran up to the car and pulled me right through the open window. Hurry, there's traffic jams everywhere. He couldn't have gotten far. Trevor, take Lovas and Castile. Check it out. Some more idiots at our bank again, trying to withdraw money from our accounts. This time we tried kicking them out and they started breaking furniture and lighting paperwork on fire. Apparently the fools think this is going to hurt our business. Anderson, Forbes, you guys are up. How'd that carjacking go? Good. Good, good. Vandalism in the suburb. Retiree Samantha Rendon was looking out her window when she saw two young girls break the window of a nearby house, then paint the words "traitor" and "cunt" on the wall. Trevor Loves. From the prosecutor's office, city prosecutors have reason to believe that you seriously exceeded your judicial powers during today's protest. We're calling you in for official questioning. The hearing is August 11th. I'm gonna need a help here. I need them to threaten. It's cost me a fair bit of my hard-earned cash, but I knew I shouldn't have. I can't risk constantly going against the mayor, because then I'm just gonna put myself in a position where I'm not gonna make it to day 180. The punks have a new lieutenant, and to make himself look good for Varga, he kidnapped the daughter of a senior member of our family. We've learned the address of the house where she has been taken. We've already sent some people out, but we don't know what we're going to find there. It's the perfect situation for police backup. Castile and Anderson. Two new frames in this investigation. Okay. So obviously the power was pulled. Colin Marcus, hospital head physician. Had to have been him. Okay, so he's either at St. John's Hospital or his house in the suburb. Let's check his house out. I want Vela and Trevor to accompany the detective on this one. If he's not there, we're gonna hit his house next, obviously. Nice. Case closed. Good job. Shout out to the detectives. Shout out to the arresting officers. Shout out to me. Finally got a case closed. Day 27, August 10th, Saturday. Hearse crashes into ambulance. No survivors. Stuffed toys purchased for orphanage found toxic. Price of alcohol to increase by 60%. Jesus. God Bomber and Morta got food poisoning and expect to be in the hospital for the next 5 days. No, I need you today. Yeah, you can check that out. We're like super short staffed now. Only have 7 officers on duty. And our best officer just had to take the day off. What's this one? Clarinet Sugar. Why not? Don't forget to prepare for the upcoming meeting with the prosecutors. That's tomorrow. Don't worry. Funeral for Linda. Thank you for your service, Linda. Share that with the staff. 3 more days till the next request. Everything else is good though. Investigations we have so far. That robbery. That was the yes, the pharmacy robbery, and we have the high-profile murder.
11 in progress.
We have a vandalism at the Corn Monument. An elderly woman has reported the children wearing hoods have painted root words on a nearby monument. Birch, check it out.
411 in progress.
We have a suicide threat at Atticus Tower. A teenage girl slipped past the skyscraper guards and found her way onto the roof. She's now standing on the edge. A guard called the police and said that he was afraid to approach the girl. He could tell that the girl is serious. Stokes, Barcelona. You two are up.
411 in progress.
Jesus, we also have a suicide threat at the bridge. A trucker saw a teenage boy climb over the safety fence in the middle of the bridge. The driver stopped and tried to talk to the boy, but the boy became hysterical, screaming, "Don't come any closer or I'll jump." Gilbert, I need you to check that out. Like all over the place now. It's crazy.
211 complete. .411 complete. .411 complete.
Some big wins all across the board. That's good.
110 in progress.
Hit and run at the city center. Pedestrian said that he saw a dark pickup careen onto the sidewalk and hit 2 teenage skateboarders. He didn't even slow down, just smeared those poor kids and kept driving straight ahead. The drunk freak. Samadhi and Birch, check that out.
413 in progress.
We have an animal assault in the suburb. We receive a rambling call from a man who claims that he returned home from work to find a huge cat sitting on his doorstep, crouching and ready to attack. It was growling like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, stuttered the victim. Williams. We got a busy day too, of course. It never fails.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Foxconn.
Alright. We'll send backup for that hit and run call.
10 in progress.
There's disorderly conduct on Fleet Street. I only have 1 officer. Let's wait and see if I can scramble up anyone else. Most likely not. I'm not going to send just Gilbert in the paddy wagon though. So
110B complete.
The reported Catasaurus rex is just an ordinary neighbor's pet and poses no threat to anyone, of course. Alright. So, disorderly conduct. Pensioner looked out her window and saw a crowd of naked people running through the street. She didn't know what to think and called her neighbors, who had also witnessed the outrageous spectacle. The women together called the police and made an immediate explanation. Stokes, take perch in the paddy wagon. Go down there. Get that under control, please. Never mind.
210 complete.
Nice. A guest of Mr. Sand is leaving Freeburg, but some punks somehow learned the route and prepared an ambush. It's turned into a shootout, and we need any help we can get. Williams, Gilbert, and Barcelona. What else do we have here for him? Looks like Varga let a bunch of angry punks off the leash, and now they're brawling with our men right outside the ice rink. There's a few dozen people in the brawl, so the police better step in and cool things off. Birch, Vandal, and Samadi. Check that out.
In progress. 212 in progress.
Unlawful assembly. Destruction of property. Live Good Mini Market. Supermarket manager Sonia Franco reports that an elderly man deliberately overturned the vegetables table and is refusing to pay for damages. He tried to escape, but the store guards managed to detain the officer, or the offender rather. Stokes, go check that out. I'm gonna have to wait on this here. Unlawful assembly at City Hall. People wearing white caps have gathered outside City Hall demanding a return to the good old days of segregation and slavery in Freeburg. The crowd chanted, "White is right." Some were seen carrying revolvers. This seems like a really big threat. I'm not taking any chances. Please handle that. Alright, sorry, I'm just trying to take care of something off screen here too. Alright, so for the homicide we got 3 new frames. Let's go ahead and check these out and see if we can kind of piece anything together now. What we know is a black sedan pulled up. 2 men, 1 in a raincoat. Got out. They passed me without saying anything. Is that a weapon in his hand? Okay, so they didn't have any weapons. Heard the elevator. So far it's looking like this. No new frames in this investigation, unfortunately. It doesn't make any sense to me. They robbed the place. Okay. They robbed the place. They don't take the money in the register. They just take some expensive drugs. Furthermore, we find out that the expensive drugs don't even have street interest. What if I have this wrong? But again, it has no street interest, so that doesn't make any sense. And if he wanted money, he would have. It's not the bum, because if the bum would have robbed the place, he would have took the money in the register. So I'm back to thinking it was the pharmacist who probably took money for himself for his treatments. But I don't know. I do not know.
212.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant Southpaw.
Alright, they need more people there. Samadi, Vandal, you guys are up. Good work. Ooh. Non-automatic weapons. And that to the Mafia. I think the next thing I'll ask for is another SWAT upgrade. The war is over. Vikas Varga has been defeated and his army of street punks and thugs has been broken. No one knows what happened to Vikas himself, but it doesn't matter now. He'll never show his face in the city again. Day 28, August 11th, Sunday. So our hearing is today. Toilet stolen from City Hall, zoo animal starving, Freiburg host to greatest lasagna in history. Mr. Boyd, how do you feel about the Black Rights Movement? I support it. All men are created equal, and blacks are no exception. Why did you send your officers to a peaceful black rally? We received a noise complaint. Noise from the protests had practically shut down the mayor's office. Do you think that the participants at the peaceful rally posed a threat to others? In such a large crowd, there might be a couple bad apples, who knows? In recent weeks, large-scale protests have rocked Freiburg. First, feminists marched in Desire Park, and today the blacks gathered outside City Hall. What do you think is the reason there's been such a rise in civic activism in the city? Today's youth don't want to wait for Freiburg's conservative leadership to catch up. They want to make things happen right now. Mr. Boyd, are any of your friends black? Of course. Yes, I have many black friends. One of them is a federal agent. Day 29, August 12th, Monday. It's like, what, 2 more days until we get the new records? Accident at the reservoir. Water runs out in 2 days. Drunk student falls from 5th floor window injured. This fall, record rainfall in Freeburg. Court has decided the custody case of my children today. They're crying and afraid that they won't be allowed to live with me. I have to get this hearing. Can you give me the day off? Yeah. Got some terrible heartburn this morning. Nope. Was up all night. Nope. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think Moser definitely deserves it.
You know when a police chief really feels his power? When he hires and fires people? When he throws folks in jail? When he's bossing everyone around all morning? No, there's no power there. Just bureaucratic red tape. Like directing traffic. Not that it's all bad. No, I feel it the most when people come to me with accusations. Accusations happen outside the law. They don't need to be rational or supported by evidence. They don't petition justice in the careful words of legal formality. No, an accusation is a personal cry, full of resentment or envy, a defeated moan, or an angry howl. The accuser rarely imagines you'll share their resentment, their envy, their hatred. No, but they do imagine that your love of power is so strong that you'll leap to decide the fates of others, happy just to take someone's word for the facts. Businessmen accuse the gangsters blame our public figures denounce politicians, the politicians point to the businessmen. When it comes to accusation, there's only one rule. Don't aim too high. If you overestimate your own importance, then complaining can cost you your life. So choose the easier path, exaggerate as far as you can, and try to make your plea sound as sad and pathetic as possible. The accusation I received today sure didn't fit the normal mold. After killing Vikas Varga and routing his supporters, Sand further strengthened his already powerful authority. Even a month ago, anyone coming out against Sand would sound like a lunatic with a death wish. Today, it's the same thing as suicide. But the letter I'm holding in my hands directly connects Henry Sand, lieutenant of the Sand Mafia family, to the reported death of successful banker John Pazzi. Henry has a daughter, Marianne, a dancer, and apparently it all started with her. One day, Marianne danced in the title role of a production of Giselle, and Henry, proud father that he is, brought the whole family to the premiere, along with some of the family's business partners. Among their guests was the young banker John Pazzi. He couldn't keep his eyes off Marianne, but she ended up brushing him off. In response, Pazzi ambushed her one night after rehearsal, pulled her into his limousine, and had his way with the poor girl. After that, gentleman that he was, he drove the girl home and threatened that if she told anyone what happened, her mother would get the same treatment. But her father still managed to shake the truth out of Marianne, and he decided to take his revenge. Of course, Henry knew he couldn't just go with his instincts and put a bullet in Pazzi in broad daylight. The rich bastard was too important for business, and Henry is neck-deep in the family business, overseeing transportations for the Sand Mafia. He knew about every delivery delay, every car, and every shop. It was mostly thanks to Henry that the whole Sand operation rolls so smoothly. Henry has free access to all their off-book cars, and a tar-black motive. Yeah, he could easily arrange the death of John Pazzi as a drunken, late-night hit-and-run. But Henry Sand is smarter than that. If this story about Pazzi is true, he'd more likely go to the boss and ask permission. I'd have figured this letter the ramblings of a retired gangster looking to spice up his life with little excitement. The way the letter started, "My dear little old cupcake," I had every mind to toss it in the trash. But something else got my attention. They're rarely ever signed, but this one ended Robespierre, and I doubt it's an imposter. No one would go against the most powerful group in the city, hoping to hide behind the name of some prankster clown. Like everyone else, I had no idea who Robespierre was or what he wanted. But there was no doubt that this guy was more than a little crazy. An arrogant psychopath. Could be dangerous. Definitely worth looking into.
It's weird. Sweet Ginger Green. Some really good songs in this game. Friend sent you your share from the non-automatic weapons.
910B in progress.
Hit and run in Desire Park. An unidentified vehicle struck and killed the young banker John Patsy, then fled the scene. Let's see what we can scrounge up here. We're gonna pull Kuzma. Nope. We're gonna pull Sandstorm. You two are on the case. First up, we have a robbery at the Bank of Freeburg. 3 armed robbers wearing masks entered the bank and demanded the manager open the safe. This is kind of big. McCoy, Stokes, take Gilbert, Williams, and the SWAT team and end that quickly. Please and thank you.
She's back in town. Now she can shimmy like Sister Kate.
412A in progress.
All right. What do we got here today? Ross Murphy, victim's limo driver, says Mr. Patsy sometimes liked to walk the city at night. I had just taken him out after a long business dinner. We pulled up to the park near the monument and I didn't notice anything suspicious, although there was a gray truck that didn't have any license plates. It followed us into the park from the restaurant, but then it turned off somewhere. Medical examiner said Mr. Patsy died immediately on impact. Heavy vehicle struck him at high speed. The bruises on his body showed traces of a grill, so you might be looking for a Jeep or a truck.